But if not, I retract all previous statements I said about going down that large man. Welcome, travelers of the internet, to Brighthelm Recording. This is your host, Master Barkle, playing Pillars of Eternity. We left off after dealing with a lot of treachery and animats, and we got stuff for Vithrak. What was it? The Master's Tools. Yeah, I think we'll want to go back and return the tools to him. He may or may not want to fight us because of it. Hopefully he just takes it and goes back to his home in Sitarnathric or something. I can't remember. So yeah, let's go do that. Oh.
It lives, and it stinks of dust and old souls. Does it have Adra Charak once?
Yeah, I got them all. Take it back.
Nay, lingerer.
Steps forward, claws outstretched.
Give us what Charak demands. This is not for an outsider, a crawling worm among giants.
It hisses.
Give it here.
Your leader will know you're lying? Oh, it wants to take the credit for itself. Oh, well, that's not happening, buddy. I've had enough of you. The Vithrak sinks to one knee, a hissing, gurgling rattle in its throat.
It is a vile, skimming thing. I curse its eggs, its family. May it go stumbling into the dark to die. Finish it, worm.
Nah, that's probably a mean thing to do. Take it as a prisoner. As you wish. Just finish it off like that. There we go. Ooh, he had 3 emeralds. Okay. Well, now that they're dealt with. Tonk! Get over here, boy. We'll wait for you. We want you to hear this.
Charak greets you, human animal. It has been below. It has what we seek.
Your scouts attacked me on the way back. On the way here. I'm sorry, but I had to defend myself.
Charak sees. Is sorry for what Castorik does. Is protecting Nest many years from many things.
The Vithrak pauses.
Human is not being harmed, Charak hopes.
Oh, no, he didn't even scratch me, but he is dead. But yeah, here's the Audra samples. You feel another passing itch in your skull, and then a rippling echo of joy.
The Vithrak owe a great debt. With these we study, learn master's secrets. We make statues, greater than old dead master of Hollow Place. Sitravik Narith will gleam like the sea. Vithrak, thank you. Is having coin? Is custom, yes?
Vithrak have
Coins of many ages. Will give many.
He thinks a moment.
If human animal goes still into the deep places, should talk to Greavy. Greavy has supplies. Will help.
Ooh. Yes, goodies.
Charak is giving this also. Found in tunnels and does not suit Vithrak. Keeps humans safe, yes? Will bring fortune.
Okay. Drawn in spring. I'll be on my way then.
Vithrak, remember, long after sun falls into sea, this is start of something. New turn of the wheel.
Charak turns towards the nests lining the wall.
Young will live in better place.
Are you gonna, like, reinforce the webbing cocoons to be, like, rocked? Webbed? Or, hey, we got a quest completed. Woo! The Leaves of Essence, a grimoire. It's got 6 level spells. That's pretty cool. Okay. Krivy, you said your
Idea Tongue still welcome. Is needing something.
your leader said you had supplies to sell.
Yes, Charak is saying you help us. Grivy is collecting supplies. Idea Tongue can see.
Okay. Wow. This is kind of lame. I was expecting, like, good stuff. Well, I'll be going then. Nothing else here for me. Hopefully they leave and never come back to Kadnua. Because this is my castle.
Laying low.
What we got in here, There's something here. What's that? Emerald, potion of major endurance. Aha! So level 14 is another fast travel. Oh shoot, there's a leg. Or maybe, so like maybe here's the knee joint. And there's the calf somewhere in here. Is the knee. So, come on, we're so close to feet. So 16 is feet. 16. It's gotta be. That's a weird way to bend, too. So I'm guessing that's where we are. Right? So to get to from level 14 to level 1, you go up these windy stairs, up these stairs here, there. And, what level was that? That was the spider way. I'm guessing these stairs go up again to level 11. They just keep on going up, but you can't see them. To level 11. And then here, at level 11, there's these bunch of stairs that then goes into that dark cave, maybe? Or it goes to level 8, I suppose. And then at level 8... Oh yeah, I remember. At level 8, there's the hand bridge thing. And wasn't it back there somewhere where we can't see it? Well, I presume there's some stairs that come around and back up again. And then over here to level 5. And same on level 5, you just keep on following these stairs up. Climb some scaffolding here and there to level 3. And then level 3 is still on the same side, just climb some more scaffolding up to level 1. Or no. How do you get to level 1? Oh yeah, scaffolding. Yeah, right. Scaffolding right there. To level 1. And then you're in the basement of Kadnua. Goodness gracious. Such a long hassle. Don't like how circular this room is. This is the boss fight. Because he won't let me through to level 15, I'm sure. Okay, well, let's step in, I suppose. Some treasure over here. More Adraban. And more Adraban. The good stuff. The good Adra. Okay, let's touch it then. Oh! Somebody did like us doing that. Spirit of Ardua. The shade emerges like a wound in the world, split open to reveal a hollow darkness. Beneath the writhing crown of shadow lies a gleaming mask, bearing the visage of an older man. The silver face turns towards you, features cold and still. From within the sockets of the mask's eyes, guttering fires emit their eerie light.
Who are you? Would you abandon your king? Take up your sword! To battle! The enemy has come!
I am Rollen Tallstag. I have come in search of the master below.
Then you are no lost soul of mine, no soldier. I have no power over you.
Okay then.
But neither have you found your quarry, for before you is Ardnua, king in life of a great people, master now of nothing.
So you built the endless paths.
The endless paths. 1,000 hands toiled to create it. But it was my voice, my will, that directed them. The great work of our age.
Or it would have been if they had only allowed me to finish. If they understood that from such rotted foundations could emerge wondrous achievements, that the same curse I sought to cure afflicted them in turn. That my son might, from one moment to the next, be lost to me, is abomination. His voice thickens with grief, reverberating through the chamber. He wants only that I should be proud of him. How can a father convince his son that he might accomplish nothing and still be the light of his life? How if he is gone? So many hours and days spent wondering. If I had been there but a moment earlier, if I had stopped him from leaving that morning, if I had only known that I would never see him again.
Lost, treading these endless paths, these regrets, with him forever moving out of reach into some darker place, away from me. Have they loved nothing in all their lives? Lost nothing? Wives, husbands, children? Might I not show them then the agony of it?
Is that your justification? That your grief outmatches everyone else's? What did they make of their grief? Nothing. None of them dared. None tried. I had the vision, and the people followed me. They believed. They knew what I promised. And if some came only to test their knowledge, at least they contributed to our understanding. We came so close. You do not understand the frustration of it has only festered in me. I cannot cease thinking on it. Some light surges behind Ardnua's eyes, which bursts into orange flame. Every moment I have lost.
Have they loved nothing in all their lives?
Yeah.
Lost nothing? Wives, husbands, children? Might I not show them then the agony of it?
What has caused the paths to become overrun? Time, the press of time. We chased such beasts from our work sites in our days. They were but passing pests, but in time their numbers have been allowed to grow. And now they are chased up from the depths by that which dwells there, the new master of this place, feeding on the souls of all that have succumbed to the paths, to grief or greed. Well, you seem the only one to have come here for grief.
Have they loved nothing?
Yeah, you've said
in
that
all
before.
their
I don't think you
lives?
deserve sympathy.
Lost.
Ogre, you see the hollow remnants, the empty, pointless cruelties. You do not see what came of it, the things we learned. It did not start so. How could it? I was mad with grief. I summoned workers, mages, servants. We plunged headlong into our quest. I could not see for tears. And at first, nothing. Feeble efforts, false starts, days of nothing, and all the while I was certain I was losing time. I gave permission that we should try new methods, that we should bolster our knowledge of the soul. And with these barbarous acts, we began at last to learn, to find that the edges of that veil. My people told me they could find my son, but still we had not the means of extracting him, safe, intact. And at last, when the discovery was at hand, we were betrayed. All that we had paid, the lives lost, the taint upon our souls, all for nothing. They destroyed the Titan, cleaved him from his roots.
They chopped off his feet? No!
I will never see him again. Even in death, we have been more wholly separated than if I had never known him. He will have forgotten me. Have I not paid? Have they not cost me all I had?
So, you're looking for your son, and your people have told you they can find him, but getting him out and onto a new body, so to say, that's a hard thing. So you had tried to, perhaps encase yourself in Audra to prolong your life and spirit here? Or you had hoped to put your son in a vessel, such as the Titan. So is the Titan itself your son? In which case, how old is your son? I've been making some pretty questionable comments and all of that. You know, he's quite a big boy. I hope he is of age. But if not, I retract all previous statements I said about going down that large man. And also you've wronged a great many people. Yes, I know it. How could I not? I remember that as well. I have had so many years to think on all of it, to remember. Perhaps it's time to let go. I have tried! His cry echoes through the chamber. I cannot. The regret burns within me like fire. It eats all thought. As if in answer, fire laps at the edges of his mask, sending a wave of heat toward you. You come after all this time to tell me I must forget? I will not. I must not. I am all that remains. If I forget, there will be nothing left of him. You just have to forgive yourself, don't you? And then, like, your spirit will, like, move on once you let go of that resentment for yourself and, you know, forgive yourself for allowing your boy to die, I guess, and do all these monstrous things. Maybe your spirit will move on and be reborn in the cycle, the wheel.
No! It is not my doing. It cannot be so simple. I will drive the invaders from the halls. I will go down those final steps, and there, finish my great work. None will stop me.
You lose yourself each time you try to leave, don't you see? Lose? Am I to lose all that remains? When I have already spent an eternity in regret, you think to fool me? I'm trying to help you, will you not listen? Blue fire sparks behind Anua's mask, casting a sickly light across the tiles. No, you will go from here and bring them with you. Bring the mob again, with blade and fire. They will destroy all that I have worked for. They will steal my only hope. Anua raises his arms, now lashing tendrils of shadow. Will we allow the rabble to strike us from this world? To steal my son from me a final time?
Up, soldiers, up! Conquerors of death! Children of the wheel! Andara! Riomara! Esarna! Keep them from the statue!
Okay, so this is the fight. Alrighty. So I need to engage in melee with that one. Palagina engage in melee with that one. that one, and that one. Back up a moment there, and back up a moment there, and back up a moment there. Alrighty.
Mow.
Shame it had to come to this, Ardnua. Wow. Shroud of Mourning. A resolve +3.
Not a problem.
Suppose we'll carry on down to level 15.
And what does the flame reveal?
There's a waterfall. Interesting. Supplicant has arrived from Defiance Bay. Yeah, sure. Escort with that one. Sure, why not? Beryl Rock Harvest. Zalrip. Alrighty. Kana has something he wishes to speak with me.
What a mess. The Duke's death was, if you'll forgive me saying it, perfectly timed. Defiance Bay will be a long time recovering.
Were you always wanting to talk to me about this? Because I feel like this is something that should have been said a while ago. I'm not sure how the Duke would have ruled. In the end, there were a lot of different and loud opinions in there. I wish I'd made a better case. I don't think it was any failing on your part. Those hearings have been going on for ages, without anyone budging an inch. And perhaps there's simply nothing that will ever make them agree. Perhaps. Ooh, Adraban, shiny rock.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
Warm air pulses through the aperture. I'm getting dragon vibes all of a sudden. You know, this kind of like smoke rolling in, the warm air pulses through the aperture, the Zalrips out and about. Is the master below like a great big red dragon? Because if that's the case, that would make it for a heck of a boss fight. Get some sapphire there. Cool. Some emerald? A little bit of all the gems, huh? Is there gems to be found in that one too? Some Zalrip. Wow, those guys had a lot of gems, didn't they? And Adra Enyak. Or Enayak? Can't remember how to pronounce that accented I.
Eyes open.
I'm sensing some of the red gift will be shed soon.
Blood? Blood, you mean? The red gift. Okay, is there anything we really want? Alrighty. The stairs ahead have crumbled away, leaving you at the edge of a dark pit. You'll have to proceed down carefully, and climbing back up may be difficult. Let's climb carefully down. Your progress is slow as the rocks shift precariously under your grip and footing, but you are able to maintain your handhold. You pick your way carefully down the craggy wall and piled stones, and eventually find yourself at the bottom.
quick and quiet.
Well, there's no going this way. Here it comes. Stand strong, Tunk. Oh my goodness gracious. It's not a red dragon. It's an Adra dragon. From under a cloak of gloomy shadow, lit only by the sickly hues of the Adra statue, emerges what can only be a dragon. Vibrant, living Adra plates its hide, and the movement of its great joints is like the grinding of boulders. The dragon stretches itself up to its full height, its horns looming like towers, and then it lowers its head, turning a sharp and intelligent gaze upon you. Merla, is there no end to it?
Here you are, nearly at the heart of the world. What a journey you have made.
You can speak? You are the master below?
Yes, the master below. You have found her. Kadnua is mine, as is all that lies beneath it.
Well, that's fixing to change.
How fortunate you are to learn such well-guarded secrets. All it has cost you is your life.
So you are the one they spoke of all this time.
In a fashion. Think on it. How many hundreds of souls killed by fawning Zorips, or devoured by trolls, dashed against sealed doors, dragged screaming into dark pits by spiders, all to see what you have seen. A gate into the past, the history of a fallen people, the haunted treasures of a mad king, the final monument of a distraught father, an old man weeping in the dark. And each and every man and woman that falls comes here, to this place, to me.
Well, I have claimed Kadnua. I cannot let you threaten the keep.
I have seen your Kadnua, have seen it rise and fall and rise again. Is it still rubble and weeds, or have you made more of it?
I've done better than Meerwald. I don't know if I can replicate that voice. I was here before the Idurans raised a single stone. I am older than the steps which led you here. I am bound to this sorry memorial, and you are no more master of it than you are of me. But you are the only one to have come so far. I cannot allow you to leave, not now that you have seen this place. Well then, come then, beast. I'll have your head for a trophy.
Perhaps we will speak yet, trespasser, when you join the other souls I have devoured. Very well. Let us begin.
Let us indeed. Alrighty. Enough of the lettuce. More swiggin'. Just right at him. Tunk. Run away. Durance. Grieving mother. Come over here. Rollen. Over there. Kana over here. We need to immediately spread out. And, geez, that one hit walloped everyone. Tunk's alright, though.
Stand still.
Adair, we need you up now.
Slippery devil.
Okay, we got Zalrips joining the fight. We're right there, Adair.
Hey.
We got it going.
I'm...
We need to take out that one. That dragon. Kana, can we get some help here? Okay. Take out those priests. Need you to take out that priest, Kana. Alrighty. Shoot a second wind. Durance, we need some mighty powerful spells here going right now. Right now. Pillar of Holy Fire. Is it immune to fire? Doesn't say so. It says Dragon Breath. Alrighty. Let's go for that. Tunk needs some healing. Alrighty. Could use some skeletons over here.
Stand still.
Tunk needs some more healing.
Brave thou feel.
Alright, Durance. The Pillar of Fire did pretty solid, but it wasn't enough. What do we need? What do we need? Barring Death's Door on Adair. Cypher, we need to dish out some walloping, okay? Rollen, you're doing alright there. Pelagina, you're doing alright. That's good, that's good. We got one priest down. I think. Oh, no, never mind. We did not have a priest down. We need that other priest down.
You attend to the priest.
The priest is down. And the chant, and the cipher. Adair, you are hurting. Tunk is down. We need some more chants. Pelagina, it's on you now.
Brave thou feel fearly.
Right there, Kata. Need some more skeletons here. More fodder.
Stand still.
Come on, Rollen. Need to get away a moment. Kana.
Just say the word.
Right away.
No! Stay with me!
Pelagina's down. Or, almost down, I guess. Not quite down.
I'm ready.
Goodness. It's a heck of a fight. We barely injured the thing.
Brave thou feel fearly.
Rollen's down. Yep. This is how it ends, Kana. Sad.
What a mess.
Well, what's the next thing we can do? Because I don't want to get too far on the main storyline. I guess we can talk with the grieving mother.
Your mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
Indeed. What about your past? Let your mind speak for you. I shall listen past the words. You addressed me as a watcher when we met. Do you know what a watcher is? There is a slow chill, and for a moment it seems as if she is going to fade from your vision. Vision? As if she can't bear to be seen.
The title came unbidden. I do not know why I spoke of it. Yet it seemed the right mantle. A familiar one.
A familiar one? Kind of like how Mogren, or no, not Mogren, Durance knew that I was a watcher. Is it the same as you? Like, have I been marked by the gods or something? Yet I do not know from where it came, if I have given offense. Oddly enough, it feels like she's not speaking to you. It feels like she's speaking to an audience. The air takes on a curious edge, a chill which persists for a sharp moment, then fades into a dull fear. If I have given offense, forgive me. Forgive me. You would know more than I. Have you encountered watchers before? I do not know. It is an old feeling. I do not know where it stems from. It was a word that arose when you saw me. It is said watchers see much that others do not, and I have been hidden from the eyes of others for some time. How is it no one can see you?
Their eyes see me, but their minds will not remember past the call.
Call?
My face is like the call of a newborn, hiding the face beneath, and for my body, I am able to wrap myself as a mother cradling her child. I am here, as you see me, but to them, their eyes see only the cloak that I wear, a peasant mother, dirty, shabby, not worth knowing. As a watcher, you see more than others. To the eyes of most, I am as unseen as the spirits you share memories with.
How are you able to affect minds? I divert the flow of their senses down a different path, to a path easily forgotten. It is not unwelcome when one does not desire the presence of others. The surface of their minds register a figure, but the memory slips away. They see a woman, but there is no desire for conversation, no desire for any questions, and I have none to ask. Let's discuss something different. Like, when we first met, how was I able to enter your dream like that?
I do not know. What do you speak of? If you were in my thoughts, I could not feel your presence, nor do I know what you saw there.
Huh? As she speaks, you suddenly feel an odd sensation in your mind, like the blood of the hunt welling up in you. You suddenly realize that whether she permits it or not, you could enter her dream and observe it without her ever knowing. There is something about her mind, like a weapons rack, where you could reach in and draw forth a blade if you wished and keep it as your own. And suddenly you find yourself back in your present thoughts. Though you were away for but a moment, she seems unaware of your diversion of thought. It may be one of your gifts, an ability to walk in memories as easily as someone walks upon the ground. Perhaps you'd like to hear of what I saw in your memories? A mixture of curiosity and fear wells up between you. She raises her left hand, the chiming at her wrists quelling the rise within her. She is frightened, but curiosity anchors her.
And what did you see in my memories? I would hear you speak of them.
I think it was you helping give birth to a child. There is silence, and as your breath falls still, you hear the faint cry of a child in the distance. A newborn child, almost exactly what you had heard in the dream. As you listen, the grieving mother raises both her hands, as if weaving, her wrists chiming as she does so, in a semblance of the gentle turning she provided while the newborn was crowning. To your surprise, you recognize the motions and the words from the memory. even as they are new to you. As she weaves her hands through the air in front of her, the child's cries grow still, yet the sound of the chimes weaves almost hypnotically into your thoughts. The sky seems sharp and clear, and you feel as if you are towering over your surroundings, as if kneeling atop a great pillar just as she did in the memory. To your surprise, the grieving mother falls as if her strings were cut, and her knees crack hard against the ground. Her hands never cease moving in the air, the chimes echoing her movement. In a ragged voice you hear her speak. The voice is that of a much older woman than the one before you. Harsh, almost desperate.
Tell me what you saw. Show me what you saw. Where were you?
A huge forest stretching out beneath a great rock. As she kneels before you on the ground, she whispers to you, hoarsely and even fainter with the distance between you.
The stone of the plateau. Its color. Tell me its color.
Silver Adra, its surface warmed by the sun. As you watch, her hands rise before her. She clasps them, then cups them, as if feeling them for the first time, and she stares down into the cradle of her hands, and the chimes sound once, twice, as they swing with the movement.
And what did these hands hold?
There was a child you were bringing forth. I can't quite recall. I think that you held a mother while she gave birth. You didn't really hold the chimes. They're hanging on your wrists. Like, all of them are solid choices. The same chimes you hold now. She leans back as if looking back at the sky, but her eyes are closed, the film building on them. With the slow intake of breath, you feel time become quiet around you. I do not feel the memory. I do not know if it is mine, but thank you for trying. Well, let's try it again, eh? I guess that was the wrong one.
Tell me what you saw.
Huge forest.
The stone of the plateau.
Silver Adra.
And what did these hands hold?
They held a mother while she gave birth, painfully. No, child. We're bringing out a child. There's a sudden intake of breath, and then a release. Her eyes blur closed, forming into slits, but in the brief glimpse you have of her changing expression, the rippling pain in her features seem to have smoothed. She swallows once, twice, and then you feel her once again in your thoughts, the rasping husk of her voice swallowed and drawn within her.
It was the birthing bell you saw. Has it been so long? Have I forgotten so much?
The birthing bell. With the words come a river of impulses, thoughts, as if loosed from a breaking dam. And as your mind wraps the impulses into words, you realize it is her muscles and her hardened thoughts relaxing and breathing again. There is such an intensity you almost want to step back from the flow, but you find the wave of impulses cause questions to float to the surface. Among them is a name. Watcher. Was that child a watcher? What is the birthing bell?
It is a plateau formed of the spirit stone Audra. At its top is set a great bell, cradled in the reaching arm of the plateau. It stirs in the wind, and it sounds for leagues when struck by kith hands. In distant times, the great bell served as a Glanfathan watchtower, perhaps. Why they abandoned it, I do not know. Other men came in time, settlers, and claimed the tower as their own. I, in turn, claimed it from them. The pillar became a cradle where I could draw new souls into the world.
symbolically or literally? Because I don't remember ciphers having those powers of soul stuff. Where is it located? The birthing bell lies deep in the great forests of the Deerwood, at the borders of Glanfathan lands, surrounding it. Barely a town. Not one you would find on any map, but it held an important place for those there, even if we were far from the beaten track. Small families tied like a knot, joined at the wrists in mind, in thought, all were welcomed, all had purpose. Well, there was that woman giving birth.
Yes. Yet, I believe you only saw a small part of the birthing ritual. It is not all in a moment, nor in a day. It is a journey of many years between the child, the mother, and I.
Many years? Are we presuming that, like, that also includes the gestation period and then rituals afterwards, I guess? Because I'm not a woman by any means. I don't get pregnant, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't last for years. The pregnancy, that is. There was much I could do to aid the mother. Some sought the physical comforts of ritual to steady their thoughts, even Audra from the bell. Others would seek advice, words of counsel for the days ahead. I was able to provide draughts, tinctures, and a reading of the child's spirit, all to strengthen the mother. Tell me more about this birthing ritual.
The ritual was one of many steps. It took many tens of years to carve them, but always the child's thoughts were there to guide me, from the moment it began to awaken, to the 3 seasons within the mother, to the birthing day, and the years to follow. The child's thoughts, that is where it began. The expectant mother, I could often sense her thoughts, and those of her child, before she could. I would soothe her, free her from the panic of questions. I would sound the memory of the birthing bell atop the plateau in her mind, letting the memory of the vibrations fill my thoughts and hers. Often, the child's soul could hear it too, so the sound of the bell echoed in the mother's thoughts.
So you sensed the mother's thoughts? Sharing memories and thoughts can bond lives together, as can hardships, and most of all, the sharing of what is familiar. The bell itself provided shelter for such thoughts, opportunities to see deep into the crevice, hollows in the rock where one could find shelter, clefts where you could feel the Audra all around you. As she speaks, you feel your legs bent, crossed, and the warmth of walls around you, and blankets woven thick beneath you. Such shared images can bond souls even tighter and allow them to draw strength from each other. That does sound quite cozy, though. You mentioned the ritual lasted years. What would happen after the birth? Once the pain is channeled away and the mother and child breathe again, I sound the birthing bells on my wrists and allow the mother to hear the child's thoughts, the ringing echoing in each other's thoughts. The bells open the way between them. Let her feelings pass into the newborn, and let her feel the child in return. And when the feelings meet, that is when I weave another memory and leave it tied in their minds. So these bells play an important role in the birthing process. Yes, and for years after, I gave a set to the child after delivery. It is a reminder of the memory the mother and child shared. You feel an odd sensation, a warmth, and you can feel a smile being shared. Then it flickers and it is gone. As the bells coax the child forth, so they accompany the child onwards, fastened about the wrists to care for him, in mind and body. There is no magic in it, except the magic of practicality. If a child sought to leave their cradles or escape their cribs, The mother could know through the warning of the chimes alone. At times, if the bond was strong, so would I. So it's just cowbells around the child's wrists. Okay, got it. If not watched, children, much trouble may be had from tiny hands. Yeah, let me tell you. Cookie jars, watch out. The chimes are kept until the child needs them no longer, when I no longer can hear them sounding in my mind. I know their spirit has changed, and the bonds we shared are long gone. This shedding may last many years, or but a few, but it is necessary. So you essentially acted as like a second mother to like possibly hundreds of children, if not more. Interesting. Children are fragile things. Even the ties of blood and mind may not be enough. They must be watched, and even then the body may fail the mind. But if watched, even the most sickly child may cling to life if determined enough, and many of their souls were tied to me. If a child's spirit failed, I could sound the chimes in their mind and grant them strength, even from afar. It did not always serve, but it gave hope. It sounds like you've seen tragedy too. I'm sure some of those mothers had Hollowborn. Enough to never wish to feel it again. In the times before the bell, children who died were cast upon the waters of the lake. Beyond the bell, sometimes, while alive, if their paths and futures were deemed weak, it was a different time. Children were treated carelessly. Those times are past. Wow. Ask what you will. I will provide what answers I can. Why would you give a telling of a child's spirit?
Many would come seeking their child's future, or a reading into the child's past, the lives its soul is said to have lived.
There is a slow chill, and for a moment it seems as if she is going to fade from your vision, as if she can't bear to be seen, and there is a spike of fear, alarm.
Such things are not mine to see. I meant no offense.
Oddly enough, it feels like she's not speaking to you. It feels like she's speaking to an audience. The air takes on a curious edge. I feel like we've read this before. Okay. Let's continue our journey for now, but we'll come back to this next time on Brighthelm Recording. And that was a wonderful session of Pillars of Eternity. I always said something else there. We went down, defeated Cadnua, and sad end to such a man. But then we grew too bold. We chose to continue further down to the Master Below and learned of its dragon origins. And while we did attempt a fight, we lost in the end. But that's okay. For Master Barkle is a persistent person. We'll come back when we're stronger. Perseverance is failing 19 times and succeeding the 20th. But we'll succeed the second time. This is Master Bark from Brighthelm Recording, signing off.